Here we are. Why don't we try like having a little energy tonight? Because I feel like the last few episodes when we do our intro, we're just like, "Hi, welcome back to the Love Movement." Yeah, it kind of feels dead.
That is so not nice.
I know.
Do you put music when we're talking? Like the intro has to come in with music.
Yeah,
we have. The thing is that I don't hear that music. If I hear the music, you can be going like.
Well, that's the thing. It's funny because the music is very alive and exciting,
but I
and then our voices are not.
That's not nice, and that's on you. Number one, we do this at night when I'm tired. I've been cleaning all day or going places, and then you say, "Oh, by the way, we should do it today." Because I need to upload it tomorrow. Really?
Okay.
But
number
if you
one,
put music,
you can't play music while we're talking. Number one. Number two, we do it at night because you're cleaning all day, because we're going places, because we don't have time to do it any other time.
Oh, I am so sorry for being such an amazing wife.
Hi. Aren't you sore? Aren't you sore from patting yourself on the back all day? Jeez.
If you don't do it, I have to do it.
Oh, stop. Stop.
Got you.
How's that for an intro?
That's exciting in our life.
Yeah, I know.
Sounds
so, people,
very alive.
Welcome back to the Love Movement podcast.
Yay!
We're your hosts, Steve B and Betty B.
Hello, sunshine.
What up, girl?
Hey, you.
How you doing?
Very happy that it's Saturday.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in like
forever.
2 minutes.
I'm happy because tomorrow is Sunday and I get to do nothing. I hope so.
I hope. But
I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I know. Same thing that we always talk about. You
Wishful
say you're
thinking.
Yeah, you say you're excited to do nothing and then you find something to do.
That's me. I'm alive. What can I tell you? I'm a firecracker.
You are. But I do want to go to the movies tomorrow.
No, I don't want to.
Then I'll go by myself if you're
No,
fine.
you're not allowed.
Okay, well, I'm going to go by myself.
Not allowed.
You hear that?
Yes.
This is called toxicity.
No, that is called controlling.
Of our city.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. System of a Down. Anyway, how was your Thanksgiving, baby?
My Thanksgiving was nice. It was nice. Number one, because I got to leave work early the day before. So that was a nice treat. Then I got to stay home on Friday as well. So that's nice. And Thanksgiving, the actual Thanksgiving, it was nice. There was people over. We had people over. We were hosting. We had a lot of food, a lot of prepping. And it was nice. It was fun. Honestly, I was expecting more quality time.
Quality time.
Like with Tyler and, I don't know, us. Mm-hmm. The thing is that when you're hosting, you don't get to have that quality time.
Yeah, we had a bunch of random people at our house. So
exactly. So you're trying to...
We didn't even get to sit down and eat together.
Exactly. You have to be hosting. If you're a good host, you need to be making sure that everybody's taken care of, talking to everybody a little bit, and giving attention to everyone. And it's a little complicated. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I get very anxious.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not a good host. I have friends that are amazing hosts, like Aneris. She's a great host. Mm-hmm. She knows how to do it. Like, she's a pro. You feel taken care of. You feel like you're loved, that you're wanted. You know what I mean? She spends time with everybody in the party. She's making sure that everybody eats, that everybody having a good time. And I feel like I try to do that, but that I don't quite accomplish.
Okay, so here's the thing. I think you do a great job hosting. My thing is, I don't like hosting because I just feel like I'm like working at a restaurant where I've given up my holiday to make everybody else's a good time. No, but I'm not talking about mine and then like I've given it up for my family. I'm saying like we had people that, our family, but I feel like our family didn't get to have a legit Thanksgiving. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Because we didn't get hosting,
to sit, but we didn't get to sit down with everybody. We were running around moving stuff, and then we didn't get to sit down with Tyler and Clyde. Like we just,
I know.
That's what I mean. Like I feel like we didn't get to have Thanksgiving.
But Tyler enjoyed it.
Did he?
Yes, he was doing exactly what he wanted to be doing.
He was playing video games with his cousin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. He was having the time of his life. If you ask him, it was the best Thanksgiving ever.
Yeah, that's all.
At least they were playing in the living room with us.
That's true. I will say this.
Not
This is an
in a
idea
room.
that you had a couple of years ago that we've been doing it consistently, and I think it's a great idea, and I like that we do it. Instead of cooking everything from scratch, as you know, we don't do that. We go to Whole Foods, and you can reserve. It's like you get. It's not.
You just ruined it.
What you ruined what?
No one knew that. I always tell people that I cook.
You see, here's the problem. You get
you
upset with me for telling the
now
truth,
this
and you
is
don't tell me
out.
about the lie.
Shh.
I
You're not
can't
supposed
now.
to talk about that. Now you have to cut this off. I'm just kidding. Yes, your face.
See, the thing is, you're
Your
kidding.
face.
But it wasn't crazy enough to be not believable. That's the problem. But anyway, so we go to Whole Foods. You like a couple weeks ahead. Yeah, you see, this is the shit that I deal with.
Your face is priceless.
Because it's not the first time this has happened. It's not the first time. If you got to tell some bullshit story, you got to let me know. You got to let me know, babe. So anyway,
I enjoy that.
you order the food. The turkey is technically cooked, but you got to put it in the oven for a few hours. Like it's not ready. It's not ready to serve. It's just like it's not raw. And you order all the sides. You get the stuffing, the mashed potatoes, whatever you want. Which next year we really got to get sweet potatoes or candied yams because we didn't have that this year. You notice?
You said you didn't want sweet potato. I asked you.
I know, but I missed it this year.
Huh?
You guys said sweet potato or regular mashed potato. We should get regular mashed potatoes and candied yams.
And?
Candied yams.
Okay. You didn't say that.
I know, but
I gave you options.
I'm telling you,
And
I'm
I
looking
said,
forward to next year.
I ask you, should we do both? Sweet potatoes and mashed potatoes. And you said, no, just mashed potatoes.
Well, that was a bad decision on my part.
Yes, it's been bad decisions every Thanksgiving because you never order that. You always tell me the same thing. I ask you the same thing, you answer the same thing. Why all of a sudden you want sweet potato?
I felt like I missed it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, now we know.
Because we had that cream, spinach, and kale.
That was shitty shit.
Yeah.
Oh, God. If you guys do that,
Don't do that.
I do not recommend what was the name of that?
Cream, spinach, and kale.
When I saw it, I knew I was not going to like it.
Yeah, I
don't like
didn't
it.
even try it.
No, I didn't
It
try
was a
it.
waste.
My mom said that it tasted like grass.
Well, because it's got kale in it. Kale tastes like dog shit.
Yes, I hate kale.
I don't know who decided that they're going to start putting kale everywhere. It was obviously someone who didn't have taste buds.
Yep.
Because it tastes awful.
I know.
It's terrible. It's truly a horror. But anyway.
The rest of the food was delicious.
Yeah, everything else was really good.
Turkey was really
turkey
good.
was great. The turkey was great. And it was like
Juicy. I don't like
Everybody
turkey
complains
because
turkey's dry,
it's dry, but
right?
that one was really juicy.
Yeah, it was very good. And I had the ham this morning, 2 days later.
Was it
because
good? You didn't have it that night?
I didn't get to have a lot of things because I
Why?
made myself one plate and I sat down and then every time I took a bite, I had to, it's like either something was happening where I had to get up, I had to get something, like I couldn't just sit down and I was just like, whatever, I'm done. I finished that plate and I just didn't make anything else. I didn't get to have the pumpkin pie.
I know.
I was deprived, babe. I was really deprived.
Sorry.
And
The
a li-
thing
and a
is
little
that
depraved.
you like to have dessert like 4 hours later.
Yeah.
He has dinner and then 4 hours later he will have the dessert.
4 hours, meaning like 15, 20 minutes
No,
later.
no. You were gonna have a slice of the pumpkin pies when everybody left. And we had dinner and they left like 3 hours after dinner.
It really wasn't 3 hours.
Yes, it was.
No.
Everybody was gone.
But you know,
I was
though,
still cleaning.
am I wrong? Am I sick in the head because I
No,
don't like
you
to
have
have dessert
dessert.
immediately after
You're
I finish the main
supposed to
course?
have dessert after you eat dinner.
Yeah, after you eat dinner. 15
Not-
minutes.
That was
Let
not.
it settle.
Tell me that was 15 minutes in my
I
face.
didn't have 15 minutes.
It was not 15 minutes.
I didn't have time to sit down and have dessert.
Okay.
And when I remembered, I'm like, oh, we have pumpkin pie. And I went back to get it.
Ooh, it's gone.
Yeah, it was fucking gone.
Yeah, it was good. No, I'm kidding. I didn't have any.
You didn't have any either?
No.
And they was really
I don't
all
like.
eaten?
I don't like pumpkin pie.
See, at first I got upset because I thought you threw it away.
Why would I do that?
Because you were just cleaning up and you're trying to get rid of stuff. That's what I thought, maybe. But no, you told me it was all eaten.
Yeah.
And that hurt me
There
even
was
more.
a lot of people there.
Yeah, we had a good number.
That's good. It was fun.
All right, baby. What do you say? Why don't you hit me with some chismecito?
I know. No, you start.
You want me to start?
Yep.
So you know who Karol G is, right?
Of course.
Who is she?
Can
Tell
I
me-
sing?
Sing it. Go ahead.
Espérate, se me olvidó. Esta se la hizo ella, que se cree que por bella ella puede robarme todo lo que nunca tuvo ella. Esa Karol G.
Karol G is going viral right now.
Karol G is a Colombian reggaeton singer. I like her. She's beautiful. She's fun. I love all her songs. And she was performing for the first time ever in the Miami Airlines Arena. Oh my God. She missed a step and she was rolling down the stairs like for 8 steps.
They have like steps on the stage as she comes to walk down
Oh,
as part of like
God.
the performance, and she missed a step and she started to fall and she ended up just rolling down the whole
But
staircase.
rolling.
Yeah, she went the whole way down.
I
And
know.
all on
that
camera.
was horrible.
It's
That was
all
horrible.
over social media.
She went viral. But
And
the
didn't
thing,
she also forget the words to one of the songs? Do
this is what happened.
you think she has like a concussion? Do you think she has CTE?
Yeah, I think something happened on that fall that set the mood completely for the rest of the concert, ruined her night. And then, okay, she got up, she finished singing, and then the following song, when she comes out, she's sitting and she's saying, "Oh my God, guys, you saw what just happened to me? But that's part of life. That's actually life. Doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down. What matters is that you get up and you continue." And she started crying. She said, "I feel horrible. It's my first time here, and look what happened to me. My knees is busted. All my nails are broken. Everything hurts. Like I'm in pain right now." And she had to finish the concert, but she started crying there. And I guess everybody was feeling bad for her.
Oh,
But
poor
then
girl
she
fell down the
just
steps.
she just continued singing, and she finished her concert. It was horrible.
I know, I feel
Imagine if
bad.
it's you
I've
that
fallen in front
happened.
of people. It's embarrassing. Imagine doing it on stage.
Your first time there in that city, it was sold out, and that happens to you.
I've had embarrassing stuff happen on stage.
God, like falling like
Well, okay,
that.
so this is when we were in our first band, is the heavy metal band. We were opening for the band Senses Fail. I doubt you know them, but they were big in like the emo kind of screamo scene, and
That was definitely not my thing.
yeah, they had a new album coming out, and they were doing a couple shows to like warm up for the tour, and they asked us to open for them for those 2 shows, and one of them was in West Philly. So it was at this place called I think it was West Philly. It's a place called the North Star, and we were there. We played with them the night before. It was in Hoboken, and we murdered it. It was an amazing show, one of the best shows I've ever played. And then we're in West Philly the next night, and we're on stage, and just everything is going wrong. Like my tuner for my bass.
But did you fall?
So we used to. You ever see?
Oh my God! Wait! Oh my God! I think I know this story.
You ever see when guitar players they swing the guitar around them? I was too close to Drew when he did that, and he tried to move, and he tried to move midway. He had already released it like it was swinging, and it ended up getting caught on his arm, and it just swung and hit him in the face in the middle of the show. It was like a failed guitar trick, and then my bass went out of tune, and I didn't have my tuner, and so I had like 2 songs just completely horribly out of tune.
That's a disaster.
And then I was feeling like dog shit afterwards. So I was sitting at the bar having a beer, and some drunk guy was coming over. Hey man, great show! And he just knocked my beer over into my lap. So I was just soaked after that.
So cute.
And then it poured rain, and we all had to drive home in the rain without getting our equipment destroyed.
Oh my!
It's not a good night, but it's embarrassing when stuff goes wrong on
I
stage.
know. Imagine if you fall. That's extra.
So, you ever when we go through Boundbrook, I always point out, this theater used to be the Hamilton Street Cafe where we used to play. We were playing there years ago, and Colin, when he was still in his band, there was another trick. The bass player from Fall Out Boy used to do it, where he would just he'd be playing and kind of lean forward and just spin around like really fast, like in a circle. So
That's dangerous.
Yeah, so Colin was doing that, and he got dizzy, and he ended up tripping and falling and knocking over the whole drum set in the middle of a song. Oh, poor guy.
Oh my God.
I mean, it was
that's
hilarious for me,
terrible.
but I felt so bad
No,
for him.
no. I quit after that.
The drummer was
So-
there. He was just like, what?
What just
He had like a
happened?
cymbal and a snare, and that was it. Everything else was knocked over.
Good Lord. Well, I think Karol G did a great job. She just continued her show and did great. And was honest about it.
Yeah, listen,
She
it
actually
happens.
she had to point out, listen, yes, I know I fall. It was funny. I know I'm going viral tomorrow. And this is what happens. I'm human. What can I do?
There you
You know,
go.
but acknowledging and talking about it, I think makes it better.
Acknowledge it and laugh about it.
Exactly.
As soon as
I
you can
think-
laugh about yourself, it takes away everybody else's power.
Absolutely. And now, oh yeah, we know what happened. That's it.
Yeah, it happened.
Moving on, you know?
So Will Smith, his new book is out, his memoir.
I want to buy it and I
Yeah.
want to read it. I think he has a very interesting life. Maybe I'm
Apparently
wrong,
he does.
but I think he does.
I've heard very good things about the book.
I like him as a person. I think I like him as a person. I don't know him.
I like him a lot more than Jada.
Oh my God.
I mean-
my God. When I see, okay, let me tell you something.
Tell me
When
something.
I started watching
Red Table Talk.
Red Table Talk, I like how mature she was. What she was talking, how she was talking and handling every subject that they will touch. You know what I mean? Until they got
entanglement.
to their relationship and how she was managing that. Like, I thought she was being real and I thought she was being transparent and honest until she had that talk with Will and they were talking about it and she was saying the entanglement. Like, no. If you're going to be real because when you're on the Red Table Talk with any guest, you make them talk.
Yeah.
So be honest about it. Stop with the bullshit. And that made me look at the show differently.
Yeah.
I understood at that point that it was not that real. You know what I mean? Silly me for thinking that it could be something
Yeah, so
real.
you got that.
know?
You got that energy. You want to ask the tough questions, to everybody else, but when it comes to you, all of a sudden you're tap dancing around
I
the
know.
answer.
And his face was priceless.
That's the
When
whole
she said that, he was like, what?
an entanglement. That's not
I
a thing
love-
that anybody has ever said about cheating on your spouse.
And I love his face and I love his expression. And I like him more. Yeah, more than her.
Well, one of the headlines, because they've been talking about a lot of excerpts from the book in a lot of news, and they were talking about at one part of the book he had mentioned that he was with this girl, he was in love, and she ended up cheating on him, and it devastated him. So part of his quote unquote healing process was he was just going to go out and bang as many women as possible.
Wow.
He said he became a ghetto hyena, I believe.
What?
The term was. I don't think that's
That's a strong term.
that's his own words. I don't think that's something anybody else has used. But he was out just sleeping with everyone he could find.
But what's his problem that everybody shoots on him? That's weird.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
There's something that he has to look deep and within himself. Like, why is this happening to me? It could be that he's choosing the same type of person, maybe, or it's something that he's lacking of. Not meaning anything weird. You know, what I mean is sometimes for a woman to be unfaithful, it takes more than
just being horny.
Then yeah, we don't go for that. It's not like, oh, he's so cute, I'm gonna jump on him. It's not like that. It has something happened in the relationship that you currently have.
Well,
There's a
that
broken
can't-
communication. There's a lot of things going on.
But you're not
you
saying
know
that
what I mean?
never happens. Like some girl's just
No.
attracted to a guy. It's got to happen
When
sometimes.
when you're in a relationship, a marriage, a relationship, whatever, it takes more than just liking the person. You can find people attractive out there, and that doesn't mean that you're going to be unfaithful because they're attracted and you're attracted to them. That doesn't work like that. If your marriage, if your relationship is good, is strong, you like your husband, you have a good communication, you're in a happy place, doesn't matter how attracted the new person is. you stay with your relationship because it's not worth risking it. Now, if you have bad communication, something is broken, you don't feel satisfied, you're there just waiting for the next thing, that's going to happen.
I don't know how. I mean, obviously, I think you know what you're talking about, but I also think there's people out there.
You
who
know why
maybe
you
don't
think
fit
like that?
bill. Why?
Because guys are like that.
No,
For
listen,
a
I know
guy
guys
to be
are like that.
unfaithful, they don't need to have problems within their relationship. For a guy to be unfaithful, it's enough to feel horny. The opportunity is there. It's going to happen. That's it.
But I also think certain
Because
people,
they don't need that level of connection that we do need.
I don't think every woman is like that. I
don't
think you're speaking
cannot
from
say-
your own
I
perspective.
No, I cannot say 100% are like that, but I can tell you like 90% are like that.
Wow,
We are
strong
more,
words.
Yes, we're more about connection. We need more than just looks to go and just
Okay, strong words from the right side of the table.
ask Jada.
Yeah, Jada just saw that. Anyway, but what I was trying to say was that one of the excerpts was that he was out there banging all these women, and he said that he had no emotional, relationship to them. It was just something he was doing. Just I don't know, just subconscious. I don't know subconsciously, but he was just doing it. And he said he was.
He was just doing it.
Yeah, he was just doing it. I don't know the right word. I'm not gonna get hung up on that. He said it was so disagreeable to him, like emotionally, that it was actually his words were he was having a psychosomatic reaction to orgasming, where it would make him gag and want to vomit every time he would orgasm, which is
Never heard that in my life.
That is wild.
Now I need to buy the book. I need to understand a little more what's happening here.
Now, I don't think that was like a major part of the book. I think that was something he was just saying as part of the story, and it got picked up, and they blew it up, and it became all these crazy headlines.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are buying the book just because of that, to find out more what's happening here. You know,
that's a wild thing. I mean,
what is a wild thing?
To be having so much emotionless, like what's the word? Like casual sex like that, that it's making you physically sick.
Wouldn't you want to have that problem though?
I mean, I'm not.
I see it in your eyes.
I didn't write Parents Just Don't Understand in summertime, so I don't have that problem. Nobody's chasing down old Steve.
Mike, have you had like that? What do you call that?
Casual
sex?
Yes, I didn't like it.
Why? What? Okay, I'm a little lost here. I know a lot of people. I know that everybody should know what casual sex is, but I'm a little behind on these terms. Can you explain what that is?
Basically, I mean, it could be either like a one-night stand. It could be someone who you both can...
like you guys are friends and you were horny and you say, let's do it.
Well,
bam.
That's more like friends with benefits, which I would classify as something different.
Okay.
Casual sex is someone who you both... it's consensual, where you both understand, like, this is not going anywhere. This is just a hookup and then we're done with it.
But
like a booty call almost.
How
do you initiate it?
No. How does these things are established? Like, do you guys have a talk and you say, listen, I want this. Do you want this? How does that work? We just want this to be casual.
I would say that most of the time it doesn't work because there rarely is ever a talk where you sit down and establish these are the rules. This is what it is. Usually it's something that just happens. And if it just so happens.
And then you ghost the girl?
No, I'm not talking about ghosting people.
That's why I'm confused.
No, I'm just saying like...
if you don't talk about it, how do we know that it was agreed to be casual?
If it's like a one-night stand, it's just someone where neither person contacts the other one again, and then that was what it was, and it's over. Or it's something where it's like... I don't know how to... This is not something that happened to me a lot, so my experience is rather limited.
From your experience, that casual sex you had, how was it? It was you guys were on a date, you guys met at a bar, and it happened. How is this?
It only happened, I would say, twice, and it was like...
with the same person?
No.
Okay, I was going to say, that's not casual.
Yeah, if it happens more than once, then it's kind of not casual anymore.
So go.
Nah, it's like you meet someone, you go on a date, And if it, sometimes it seems like the date goes well, and then, then you do the damn thing, and then after that, it just, I don't know, it kind of like fizzles out. It's like, yeah, I guess that's all this was. Like it's a weird. It tends to be an unspoken thing,
But
in
it
my
was
experience.
okay. But it was your decision to. You wanted to be casual, or you wanted more than that, but she never contacted you, or what was it?
It was one of those things where it's like,
If she calls, great. If not,
like okay,
I'll
for
leave it
instance,
here.
on one time it's like, okay, it happened, and then you reach out like a day or two later, and it's like, okay, we'll figure something out, and then it's like, okay, will you let me know, when you're free? It's like, okay, and then nobody ever texts again. She didn't call. She didn't text like, hey, I'm around and next week. And that was it. Nothing ever again.
Okay, so what happened in this case is you guys went out on a date, you slept together, then you called her. You said text, and you said, hey, let me know when you're free again. She said, okay, yes, yeah. And you guys left it at that.
Pretty much, yeah.
You didn't follow up on that?
No.
Because you didn't want to follow up?
I felt like she didn't want to follow up. And then I was like, well.
There's a lot of relationships that end like that because of that. Number one, she is saying, okay, I feel bad going and telling him that I'm free these days. Let's see if he talks to me again. I'll let him know. Let him ask again. You don't ask. She's waiting for you to ask, and everything gets cold and dry, and that's it. And maybe you both were waiting on the other person to make a move.
Well, I mean, if you consider...
Because if she didn't like you, she wouldn't have sex that night.
But here's the problem, because then it becomes a game. Then people are playing games.
Yes, I've known
and
those
I don't like
games.
that.
I hate that.
Because we established, okay, you're going to let me know when you're free. The ball is in your court. Okay. And then I didn't get anything back. So, okay. So I guess you're not interested. Because I'm not going to play games with you. If you're not going to be straightforward about it, then I'm not going to waste my time. I think that's fair, right?
I know.
But what can you do, babe?
You know
can
what?
you do?
You know why I stay like that? Because you know how many times I had the ball in my court and I done nothing. I have done nothing.
You regretting all the missed opportunities with other bachelors?
Sometimes I'm thinking that I really like the guy, but I was expecting maybe more.
Him to try harder?
Yes. And he never did, and that's why I left it at that. But I like the person. Sometimes you say no, but you really want them to just hard try.
Yeah, no.
For them to
guys don't do that.
To try harder. There's guys that have done that. That's why you're here. That's why we got married. You try a little harder.
Oh, no, I'm saying guys don't say no when they really want to say yes.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. If you really like the person, just try a little harder. If she clearly is not into you, you will know. She will tell you, listen, I don't think this is going to work out. Or listen, I'm not interested or whatever.
Nobody's that straightforward.
Harder.
At least I've never met
Well,
someone who's that straightforward.
if I'm not interested, I will let you know. I will let you know my reason behind it.
That's good. That's a good thing. A lot of women don't do that. They just play games and they'll duck
I
you.
hate playing games. However, I have to be honest and say that I have
partaken in a few.
Yeah, no, not games, but I feel like sometimes I'm too shy. And I don't, if you will say that to me, like, let me know when you're free. Oh, okay. I will wait for you to write again, and then I will tell you.
But you know what's different?
But because I'm shy.
You know what's different about our relationship since the beginning? When we were still just starting dating, we were just still talking. Like, it felt like it was kind of established, like it was understood, like you were a little shy. So I'm just going to take the lead. I'm going to reach out to you. I'm not going to wait on you to call me, but I'm also...
Exactly.
I'm also giving you the benefit of the doubt that I understand that's just not your way. That doesn't mean you don't like me. That's just who you are as a person.
How do you know that?
It was just a read I got on you.
Right? So, yeah.
But some people...
So, there's a lot of people like me.
Well, but I thought I understood you. And
you did. That's why we're here. That's what I'm saying.
So I clearly feel like I understood this other person who... didn't reach out. I said, I don't think she's that interested.
That was your read on her.
Yeah.
Now I get it. Yeah. I got it. Okay.
All right. You had one more chismecito. One last
Yes.
one before we get into the
I
main
want to
topic.
know what you think about
Okay,
this.
hit me. Hit me.
Totally not judging. I just want to know your opinion.
Okay.
Okay. In Norway, they released a commercial. It's about 4 minutes long, and it's about Santa Claus.
What was the commercial for, though?
It was celebrating, let me see. Okay. It's celebrating the 50 years since same-sex relationships were decriminalized in
So they
the country.
legalized same-sex.
Yes, 50
relationship.
years ago in Norway, right? To celebrate this,
Boy, they were way ahead of us on that one.
I know. To celebrate this, they released for the holidays a commercial. It's about 4 minutes long, and it's Santa falls in love with the guy. During this many years of dropping off gifts, they met one time. Like, it was just really fast. They saw each other. I saw the commercial.
It was Kismet.
It was just love at first sight, right? This guy, Santa is leaving, dropping off the present, and he's up. So he's watching him, and then Santa looks at him, and he looks at the guy, and he just disappears. So that was it, right? From that point on, he will leave Santa notes. Like, all I want for one day, he said, all I want for Christmas is you.
All I want for Christmas is that big sausage, eh?
They go
Little
with
chorizo.
they go with the Mariah Carey song, right? All I want for Christmas is you. Okay, so then that night, Santa arranged for someone else to take care of a few presents so he can spend a little more time with this guy. And they actually kiss in the commercial.
Come on, Mark. Show me that you like me.
Very romantic, very cute. Now, my question to you is, how do you feel about this? Because this is a commercial that is going on live television, and kids are going to watch this. So how do you feel about that?
Can I tell you exactly how I feel?
Yeah.
This is news in the United States. It's not news in Norway, I bet.
Of course not. This is normal in Norway,
yeah.
in Madrid, in Europe. This is normal.
Yeah. Only here with these like
That's
conservative Christian
That's why
bastards.
I want to know.
It doesn't bother me. Whatever.
Italians are very Catholic.
They are.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm saying conservative Christians. Catholic is Christian. Yeah, Italians fall into that pot too.
That's true. I was the one that said all Europe is not
Yeah.
news. Maybe in Italy it's news.
Italians like, look at
What
this.
is this?
Efo Momo, I got delivering presents this year. No, I don't care. I mean, that is the last thing that I have time to care about.
I understand that. I'm asking, what do you say to, let's say, Clyde or Tyler that come, oh, Santa's gay?
But Tyler knows what gay is. Like,
I know,
we've
but I'm
explained that to
asking,
him.
of course, but I'm asking, what do you say? Yeah, Santa is gay.
So
Can we say-
in this universe he is. Maybe in the 616 universe he's not. I don't know.
I like that answer.
But I'd say the second you start to make it weird is the second that they start
I'm not
having...
making it weird.
No, I'm not saying you.
asking
I'm saying in general. As the second one makes it weird. And dances around the subject. Hang on,
but
let me finish. Let me finish. The
but
second
you're missing.
you're not letting me finish.
I am not.
I always let you finish. The second you start to make it weird and you try to start studying around it, just be honest with the kid. If you're being honest with them, then they'll trust what you have to say. And if you show them that it's not a big deal, then they're not going to be fazed by it. That's what I thought. That's all I wanted to say.
I agree.
That's all I wanted to say.
I agree. But what you're missing...
Thank you for letting me finish.
What you're missing is not that... I don't feel like families make it weird. Since society is making it...
more?
Since society is making it weird, it's hard to I don't know, to relay the message to our kids. For example, if they're going to school and in school they say, oh, Santa's not gay. This is weird. Why they would do that in a commercial? I feel that they're filled with doubts.
What do you mean?
What I mean is if you make it normal for them, our society is, I don't feel it's normal. Our society is full of judgment. I'm talking about in the United States. I cannot talk for the entire world. Yeah, like you said, maybe I'm sure in Norway it's not news, but here it will be news. You know what I mean? So if they're in school and a kid says, this is totally weird. Santa is not gay. And then the teacher says, yeah, Santa's not gay. There's Mrs. Claus. So Don't worry about that. This is just a commercial. You're feeding your kids all this information that they don't know what to believe anymore. So it's hard sometimes for parents to deal with that. You know what I mean?
That's where it helps to be a nerd.
A lot of information.
You say, look, in this universe, in that universe, Santa's gay. In our universe, I guess he's not. And there's different universes where he's everything under the sun.
I like that about the universe.
Yeah.
And I do believe call me crazy, but I believe there's a multiverse instead of just a universe.
That sounds cool to me.
Thank you.
I got nothing against that. And here's the other thing, too. Who gives a shit? He's a mythological being. Like, he's not real.
You don't say that to kids.
Ty figured it out already.
Okay, whatever.
I didn't
Moving
have
on.
the heart to continue
I have
to
the
lie.
question.
You got the question tonight, too. Let's hit me with the main topic.
I have the question for our main
That's
topic.
all for our gay chismecito.
The magic thing.
Chismecito.
By the way, I agree with you. I
Thank
agree
you,
with
thank
you. You have to be honest, and love is love. That's what I tell Tyler all the time. Okay, so my question is, do you think relationships should be 50-50, like based off 50-50?
All right. So this is one of those things where it's personal to every individual relationship.
That's why I'm asking you.
And I don't think there's any one
I'm
way to do
sure
it.
you're going to answer this wrong. And there is a right answer to this, just so you know.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to
There's
answer
a
it.
wrong and a right answer.
I'm going to answer it honestly.
And you're going to be wrong, dead wrong.
Okay.
Go.
Clearly, this is not 50-50
Look
already.
at me. Look at me. You guys got the face.
No, I think that in a relationship, sometimes it's 50-50. Sometimes situations call for different balances. Sometimes one person can only give 20 and the other person has to give 80. Sometimes it's inverted. It's the other way. Sometimes one person can only give 70, the other one's got to give 30. And you have to adjust based on the situation and what it calls for. If you're only 50-50, it's not going to work, because if it's only one approach...
Damn you.
What?
You're answering right.
I know.
God, I thought you were going to be wrong.
What do you think you married here, Stevie Bananas? Like, I don't know how to
Lord.
answer these questions. But I'm being honest, though. You have to be able to adapt
You
for
just
what the
stole my
situation calls for.
thunderstorm.
I stole your thunderstorm?
Yes. That's a new saying, okay?
You must have had something really good if it was a thunderstorm.
Oh,
What were you going to say,
you
babe?
just, cancel this. Okay. Yeah, exactly that. Okay. I'm not letting you speak first next time. But yeah, you're right. Relationships are supposed to be 100% and 100%. You're supposed to give your 100, and I'm supposed to give my 100. There's going to be times that I'm not there to give my 100%. And it's when you have to step up and give your 150 and make up for me. And there's times that you're going to be giving an 80%, and I have to come up and step to the situation and pick up the slack. You answer 100% right.
Thank you.
But that's the thing. There's a lot of... The weird thing about this, and what makes me upset about this, is that when I saw this question before reading the answer, I said, yes, it has to be 50-50. And
then
when I read, my mind went...
it blew your balls off.
Like, oh my God, I was so wrong. And that's why I was upset. Because I was expecting that you would...
Did make the wrong too? But you know what?
You didn't.
The thing that's
You didn't.
confusing, and I would
I
say...
thought it was supposed to be 50-50. And no, it's supposed to be 100. You're supposed to be giving 100% every day of your life to your relationship and be committed 100%. That takes
That's
effort.
the work. That's what people talk about.
That takes effort.
We say this every week.
That takes effort. It takes communication. It takes breathing in the 100, counting to 100 before you blow out, analyzing yourself before you're going to speak. It takes so much.
But here's the thing that's confusing
You're
for, I
gonna
think,
do
for a
it
lot
with
of people nowadays, is that you have these situations, especially when you look at culture. Like, there's a lot of, like within like feminist movements, and even maybe not to that extreme, but women who, they work, they support themselves, they don't depend on a man in the traditional way that we might be used to, like in our parents' generation, where the woman was, she took care of the house and the kids, the man goes out and works and pays all the bills, and, it was that old archetype of how the relationship's supposed to be, and each person had their gender roles. But now things are a little different, and some people get offended when if you bring up like, oh, well, this, I thought you were going to, stay at home with the kids, and it doesn't work that way. So there's a lot of people that I think are a little gun shy where they don't know how to approach it. And they think, okay, well, let's just do 50-50 and say, all right, you pay for your food, I'll pay for my food. We'll split the bill down the middle, and that's it. And I think they have the wrong idea because not everybody is really like that.
I want to tell you two things about that.
Okay. It depends on the person. Some people are, some people aren't. You got to ask. You got to have the conversation.
But
Don't puss out. Come on.
I think you hit it. You hit the nail in the head. And I'm going to tell you why. Right now, this is current things. I saw an interview with a guy. This guy it's a reality show in Spain, right? So they're talking with one of the guys. It's like a bachelorette thing.
Okay.
So he is trying to, there's like 12 guys, and he's trying to get the girl, right? So they're interviewing him because he's one of the finalists. And this guy is asking him, well, I've heard that you're machista. How do you say that in English? Machista?
I don't want to say chauvinist because it's a little extreme. It's very negative. But you're like that macho, like...
Macho man?
You want to be a macho man. Like you're very... I don't really know.
Okay, well, the guy said, I heard you're very machista. Let's ask you a few questions. If you marry the girl, would you be okay for her to have a job and work outside the home? He said, yeah, I'm okay with that. And he said, are you sure? You don't sound very convinced. And he said, well, honestly, if we're going to have a family, I would like more for me to work and for her to stay home with the kids if she's okay with that. That's what I would like. If she doesn't like that, then okay, go to work. But that's what I would like. That's how I was raised, and that's what I would like. This guy went shaming this person, and he went, oh, I knew you were machista. I knew you don't feel comfortable with her going out and working. He's putting words in his mouth that he didn't say. He's saying what he would like. So now he's regretting being honest.
Yeah.
Because then why are you asking me if you're going to attack what I'm answering? We should be okay with what everybody likes. That doesn't make him a machista. That makes him who he is. If you don't like that, you don't marry that guy.
Yeah.
But he has to be honest about what he likes.
Yeah, you're asking what he likes. He's not demanding the woman stays home.
Exactly.
He's not prohibiting her from leaving the house.
Exactly. You're asking me what I would like. This is what I would like. If she wants to work, she can do it. But I would like to provide for her. And I think to other type of women, I don't know her because they're not presenting her perspective. So I don't know if she's okay with that or not. I'm talking now from what I imagine. I'm sure there's going to be women that are going to be happy to hear that. And they're going to say, that's my type of man. That's what I want. Example of that is that I saw this, and same day, I'm looking through TikTok, and there's a girl saying, I don't believe in 50-50 in relationships. I believe that the guy have to come up with 100%. I'm not going to marry a guy that is asking me to help him with a mortgage. I'm not going to marry a guy that is helping me to pay half of the bills of the house. I refuse to do that. I can pay my own things. And if I'm going to marry someone, it's for that person to take care of everything. In my life, the man is supposed to provide. And providing means he will take care of me and everything that comes with the house. You pay the bills, and I don't have to come up with 50%. So that's the perfect couple right there.
Yeah.
This lady will love the answer of this guy. She wants a guy that doesn't, and she works. It's not like she doesn't work, but she says that we choose our marriage. We choose the type of marriage we want. We choose the type of man we want. And she was saying, don't come at me telling me that you don't have good luck with men. That's the man you're choosing.
Yes.
If you're going into a marriage thinking that you're going to change him, you're wrong. If you're going into a marriage with a guy that is asking you half of the rent and you're okay with that, then don't complain after.
You reminded me, you know who Cat Williams is, the comedian?
Yes.
He had a bit in the Pimp Chronicles Part 1, one of his stand-ups, where he was talking about, I'm I'm going to change out a couple words because if anybody has seen that, there's a few words that I'm not going to say on the podcast. I'm not going to say in general, but when he said women need to walk around, women need to stop walking around saying, men ain't shit. Men ain't shit. Like, no, what you mean to say is all the men you fuck with ain't shit.
Exactly.
So you need to figure what it is about your pussy that keep attracting ain't shit men.
Exactly.
He didn't use the word men. It started with an N, the word he used,
Okay,
actually.
I know.
Yeah. But shout out to Cat Williams, if you're listening, and I know you are. Thank you for the comedy. But that's the thing, yeah. Like you can't. You pick the relationship you're in.
Exactly.
Like unless you're in an abusive relationship or something, that's different.
Sometimes they self themselves differently.
Yeah, that's true. Some people are
There's
different as the relationship goes on.
where you're dating them,
change.
you're engaged and all that. They're presenting this persona that in reality, when you are married, is not the same thing. They might tell you, "I'm going to provide for you. I have all these things for you." When you guys are married, yeah, it's not quite like that. I need help with this and that. You know what I mean?
Sorry, baby, no Mercedes this year. We need to set an example.
Exactly.
I'm just throwing out all these like obscure movie lines and like podcast references, and I'm not even addressing them.
I love it. So you know what I mean?
Yes, go ahead.
That I think this time, I don't know, this generation are being less and less honest.
Well, yeah, you see what happens with
because
people
they're
when they're honest.
attacked
Yeah.
when they're honest.
Yeah.
I think it also is a cultural thing. In my culture, the man provides.
Well, it's just understood. Like
If you guys go out on a date and the first date, the guy is cutting the bill in half, you're not seeing that person ever again. Not because you can afford your own meal. It's not that. It's the principle behind it. You know what I mean?
he's doing that on the first date. What's it going to be like down the road?
No, this is sending
But there's a lot of people that like
and
they think totally different than you and me on these things.
and that's why there's a lot of single people out there.
That's why people are marrying themselves these days. Like it's just gotten berserk.
In a relationship, you cannot be selfish.
No, you can't, and that's
You need to be selfless. If you cannot be selfless, you're not ready for a relationship. At least not for a serious relationship or for a commitment.
I like that a lot. I think you're 100% accurate on that.
Thank you.
I think that was a very concise and effective way to say it. That you have to be selfless in a relationship. Otherwise, you're not ready for a serious one.
Exactly.
I like that a lot. Very good, baby.
Thank you.
Well said. All right. What do you say we wrap it up? You could dame la luz.
Sí, dame la luz. Los voy a iluminar con algo, pero espectacular. ¿Te gustó? ¿Te gustó?
That was good. I mean, it sounds great. Like it sounds like you actually speak Spanish fluently.
Really? What? Okay, I have a friend, a very, very, very close friend. She is one of my best friends. She's amazing. She's this type of person that I always tell you, once I go to see her and I spend a few minutes with her that afternoon, I come out of her house full of peace and joy.
She's very like
She's so peaceful.
I don't want to say calm because that makes it sound like dull, but she's just she has a calming presence where you feel comfortable around
soothing.
her.
I love to be around her. She's just full of good energy.
She's a pleasure to be around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Spot on.
Why don't you tell everybody her name?
She's actually a very beautiful, beautiful soul. She's an amazing person. She's Alexandra, mi alilla pilla preciosilla. She has now...
What's up, Ale?
She has amazing cupcakes. She sells cupcakes.
She cooks cupcakes like a son of a bitch.
No, she sells cupcakes, and they're delicious. The best ever. If you're in the Miami area, she delivers. And she now has a clothing line with beautiful messages, very positive and inspiring messages.
Very much on brand for her.
Yes, I think it's the perfect thing for her. I'm so proud of her, and I know she's going to do great, and it's going to go wonderful. I want to give you guys the Instagram. It's at BVEE the message. It's going to be there, right?
It's right there. I just pointed to
It's right there.
If you're listening, you can't see, but and if you're watching, you saw me just point to the words. right
Anyways,
above my
we're going to
head.
tag her, right?
We're gonna tag her.
So
yeah.
you guys can follow her.
Say it
Check
one more
out
time. Say it one more time.
at Be the Message. BEE the message. Right?
Any spaces, underscores, anything?
Let me check. No spaces. All together.
Okay.
She has a beautiful logo, and I know I'm gonna love all the things coming out. So I'm gonna be ordering a lot. So just so you know.
All right. Shout out Ale.
Shout out
Thanks
to
for being such
Ale.
a sweetheart all the time.
You're amazing. You are amazing.
All right.
Go.
All right. I'm gonna shout out a friend's business actually.
I like that.
Locally in Somerville. A friend of mine, Chad Fandel, just opened an art gallery on Main Street, Somerville. The Chad Fandel Studio.
I love art.
Chad,
It looks very cool. Let me
Chad
tell
does
you.
some very cool, like a lot of pop culture stuff. You know, he did a big mural for the restaurant down on 22. It was a big Anthony Bourdain painting. He's done stuff. I know. I saw he did a Wolf of Wall Street. They have a big Mean Girls thing on the wall inside the studio.
I have to go in.
Yeah,
I've never been in. I saw it from the outside.
I finally got to stop in today, and he was there, so I got to chat with him for a little bit. But Chad's been on my old podcast. Him and his brother had their own podcast. They have their own clothing. He has his own clothing line. I think it's called Perfected Clothing Company. But
we have very successful, cool friends.
We do.
I like that.
We do. Make sure you guys, you can check him out, chadfandel.com. It has all the info for any of his products. If you go into the studio, you can actually sit down and talk with him. He does commission pieces. So if you're looking for something specific, you can sit down, he'll consult with you, and you can plan out what you want. And he's a legit artist. Like you buy art to hang in your home or what have you.
Pretty cool. I think
it's a
he
cool
does
style.
a great job. I like it.
And he's a
I've
nice
seen
dude,
his
man.
Instagram.
I like Chad. He's a very nice dude. He had
good
an
person.
interesting story. And go check him out. He was on A Pod Amongst Men. It was early on. We did an episode called Vice City.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I like Chad.
Yeah, I think, I heard that.
So that's mine. Dame la Luz. Go check out the studio. Go check out our friend Ale if you're down in Miami. And I think that's about all we have for you. When we see you again, it'll be next week.
When I see you again. I'm very musical today.
That's fine. I like that.
Next week is our anniversary. So we should do something related to anniversaries.
That's true.
Right? Anniversaries and couple
We'll come up with something good.
Love.
We haven't even figured out what we're going to do for our anniversary
I
yet.
know.
Everything got screwed up this
Okay,
this
whatever.
time.
We'll find out. And we'll let you guys know what we did.
You'll find out next Tuesday, clearly. So that's it, guys. We'll see you next week. Baby, I love you.
I love you, baby.
Good night, everyone. Or good enjoy the rest of your day, depending on when you're listening to this.
Have a wonderful life.
Yes, have a good week. All right, bye. Get the hell out of here.
That's all, folks.